Backlog.
Marvel 2 has been free!
Marvel 2 has been free.
Kinda.
Well, it's not.
Kinda.
On the arcade one. Free for $600.
Yeah, it's free.
Freed for a low price.
So it's on an arcade one up.
Well, it's on an arcade one up.
And it looks, you know what? It looks pretty good. I do like the way it looks, and like I'm thinking that
I mean, there's a lot of good shit.
There's a picture of it on the thing. Yeah, there we go.
It comes with 8 games here. It comes with Marvel 2, Marvel 1, Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, X-Men versus Street Fighter, one of my personal favorites, Marvel Superheroes, Children of the Atom, Mutant Apocalypse, and Marvel Superheroes War of the Gems. It's an excellent collection.
Yeah, this for $600, and with Marvel 2, honestly, this might be the best feature set for a cab they've ever offered. Do I think the Marvel 2 art I mean, that is the Marvel 2 art.
Yeah, definitely is.
Honestly, like it's like Marvel 2 never had the coolest graphic design, so it's like it's a little underwhelming compared to some of the other cabs they've made.
Actually,
but I mean, this
quick, believe it or not, this is not the Marvel 2 art. This is actually Marvel. This is the side of the cab is actually Marvel 1 art.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is like
with Marvel 2 plaster over it.
It's basically they just took a PNG and just they just photoshopped out all the characters and then slapped it on the side and then put Marvel 2 over it. But the Marvel 2 header is actually the same. That's
So even more proof Marvel 2 never had great graphics for itself, but it's an amazing game, so people didn't care. But yeah, I mean, like this has online play. I know they advertise it as a Wi-Fi play, but apparently it will have an Ethernet port, so you can't play connected. But yeah, I mean, this is honestly like I have an arcade one up, and I'm trying to like trick myself into with rollback, and I'm trying to trick myself into buying this one because I mean, look at 8 games. I mean, 8 games and online play. That's an amazing deal.
And rollback.
But yeah, MVC2 is finally freed. Rollback gameplay and if they were legendary, which I don't think it'll ever happen, because I know Arcade One Up wants to make their money while they can. It would be sick if, like, maybe a year from now they announced MVC2 on the PC, and then they had crossplay with this cab. That would be amazing. But yeah, no, this is sick as fuck. Again, if they can get MVC2 out of rights hell just for this, then a re-release is coming. It's just gonna take a little bit of time.
Mr. Justin Wong says here, quote, Marvel 2 has been freed. Justin Wong, 7-time MVC2 champion. Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily been freed. It's just behind a giant paywall. It's just behind a giant paywall. I mean, I'm not saying that you should go on freaking I accidentally pulled up
however, a game I thought I would never see again is Children of the Atom.
Fightcade 2. Don't do that. Spend the $600. Don't play Fightcade 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's not... This is
like
definitely...
the X-Men games? That's wild.
Yeah.
That's more wild to me than the Marvel re-release.
No, honestly, that's the thing that blows me away most is I expected a cab like this eventually, but I expected it to be in the old style where this only has 3 games. This is every major Marvel versus game that exists outside of like later games like 3. Like this is the entire history of Marvel versus games all in one cab. I think that's a crazy value, to be quite honest.
Marvel Superheroes War of the Gems? Hello?
Who a lot of this
played that.
A lot of this stuff was actually put on
other cabs separately.
Yeah, they're put on. So I mean, it's been out for a while. I think 600 is a little steep of a price. I think
it's very steep.
I think if this was 400, I'd probably buy it. But I
don't think they sell any of their cabs for 400 anymore, though. I think after COVID, they bumped all the prices up.
Unless it's used, I would imagine. But yeah, also I think my other big problem with these one-up cabs is take 2 full-grown ass men. Put them next to each other.
Yeah,
cabinet.
Right?
You're not. I'm sorry. It's gonna be really difficult to play.
Can I get a little space, please?
3/4 size. 3/4 size cabs are rough.
Like me, if you put me in August and played that on one of that cabinet, it would be tight. Like, especially remember August, I used to have like an actual full arcade cabinet. Like it's like
tight.
regressing is like it's going to be really difficult to play on something like this. But I guess there's mods. Absolutely. But do you really want to like spend the time modding an arcade 1-up to have a bigger arcade panel
that you already bought for $600?
Yeah,
I mean, that's the kind of crappy part. Like, honestly, if you want to start getting an arcade modding, I hear arcade 1-up cabs are a great place to start because it at least gives you the cab frame. But it's a pain in the ass because you have to like mess with it. You don't want to always damage the original art. The cabs are 3/4 size, so like you're not gonna fix that. Like you can't really put a bigger monitor in them, or not much bigger anyway. But I mean, it like by itself, this is honestly a pretty cool feature set. And I mean, at the new price Marvel 1-up arcade 1-up cabs are, I'd probably still buy this. If I'd known about this was coming out a couple years ago, I wouldn't have bought the cab I have. I would have just waited for this one.
I want
even with
this,
the extended price.
I do want this, but I don't. I think the thing that's holding me back is the price, and also I really wish it had a training mode. I mean, no shit, but I would much prefer a Marvel collection, but I also know that Arcade 1-up is sort of privileged to where they could kind of cut through a lot of the BS and like work with Marvel and Capcom to re-release this. I'm sure they paid a lot for the rights.
So it's just the arcade versions?
Yes, these are just the arcade versions of the game. Well, actually, there's one. I think like maybe Apocalypse is only in a console game.
Apocalypse is a SNES game. I think that and War of the Gems are SNES games. Yeah.
Yeah, War of the Gems is actually. I think War of the Gems is an arcade game, but I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. But no, but like apparently they're like it is going to be like a modded ROM file, even if it is an arcade file. Like it's going to come with.
They could have added like training modes.
Yeah, they could have, but I mean, it's going to come with like 0 unlocks. Like everything's going to be unlocked from the start, so you're not going to have to unlock any characters.
I mean, it's 2022. Whatever. I mean,
that's a minor inconvenience.
Well, I mean, some people.
I'm surprised they're not selling them back to you.
Oh boy,
just DLC. DLC on like a 30-year-old. Oh,
pay $100 to get all the characters and colors, new colors. But yeah, man.
You want to grind for 100 hours, or do you want to pay $100?
But no, like honestly, if you're an OG Marvel head, this is probably going to be in everyone's house because I mean, it's just why not? It's every Marvel game before 3. I mean, I like if you've ever wanted an arcade cab. This is probably going to be one of the ones that sells out the fastest because it's just such a good deal.
The why not? It's really small.
Oh,
really expensive.
Yeah. Did Tekken finish up? Are you looking up the Tekken results right now?
Grand Finals is going right now.
Okay.
Who's in it?
So
it is currently Knee versus Khan.
Okay.
Hey, okay.
So let's keep it pushing. But yeah, I would say okay. So last little notation on it. I had a full arcade cabinet, and let me tell you, I lived on the 2nd floor. That was not fun. Okay,
yeah,
you don't wanna be lugging around an arcade cabinet.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why the 3/4 size is a good thing, no?
Yeah, it is a good thing.
2 people on there, man. Come on.
Look. They even in the picture, they even had to have like a full-grown man next to a woman, because like she's got a smaller frame, and